Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to do the revision work of chapter number 28, Understanding Laws. And in this chapter, we're going to revise about that what are laws, why they are important, and how bills are converted into laws. So let's start with the revision work.
Laws and need for them. The body of rules and principles governing the affairs of a community and enforced by a political authority are called laws. See, there are certain rules and regulations which are made by the government and the parliament, basically by the parliament. Okay, and those laws are enforced by a political authority which are known as laws, which are made for the benefit of the country and the citizens of the country. Now, why laws are important? Laws are important because they regularize our life as well as ensure all our freedom. Okay, then people cannot live together for any length of time without having certain recognized rules of conduct. See, we have a right to equality, which says that each and everyone is equal. There should be no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, color, sex. Okay, so this is a law basically. If we all are living together, there is a law which we have to follow. We have to treat everyone equal. Okay, now the third one is laws limit us by doing something wrong. Laws, we are abided by the laws. We have to follow the laws. For example, if we are uh, skipping the red light, okay, if we have jumped the red light, or we are not wearing a helmet while driving, or we are talking while driving on a phone, then we will be penalized. Okay, so this is a offense that we are breaking a law. So we have to follow the laws, and laws are important to regularize our life. Okay, children. Rule of law. According to Indian Constitution, earlier we had studied the rule of law which was introduced by the Britishers. Okay, now today we are going to revise the rule of law according to the Indian Constitution, which means all laws apply equally to all the citizens of the country. Nobody is above law, whether he is a high government official or a wealthy person. See, the laws are equally applicable for everyone, whether he is a chief minister or a prime minister or a president or even a government official or a normal citizen. Okay, even a president can be impeached for a violation of law. Yesterday also I have told you the parliament has a power. Even if president breaks the law, then he will be punished. Okay, then right to equality under Article 14 says that the state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of laws within the territory of India. If you are living in India, then nobody can deny you the right to equality or equality before the law. कोई ये नहीं कह सकता कि that you are a poor person, so you cannot approach the judiciary, or you are not capable of doing anything, or you are not having a right to live happily or a healthy life. No, each and every person is equal. Okay, and within the territory of India, you will be equally protected like the other people, like the uh, higher authorities. Okay, so the right to equality under Article 14 says the each and every person is equal before the law. Now our next topic is lawmaking procedure. How the laws are formed. Now what's the role of parliament in this? The parliament is the law-making body at the central level. For the union government, Parliament frames new laws, amends or repeals them. Amends means that it makes changes in those laws, and even Parliament can repeat the laws if necessary. If it is important, then Parliament can do it for all the 97 subjects of the union list. Now, the state list. State list has the 47 subjects, as we know, in the concurrent list. Okay. Now, the parliament and the state legislature both have the right to make the laws for the state. It can enact on 66 subjects of the state list also. If the Rajya Sabha passes a resolution with two-third majority that particular subject of state list is of public importance. See, Parliament can also enact on the some of the important subjects of the state list if Rajya Sabha passes that uh, law, okay, with two-third majority, and with a particular subject of a state that it is important for the people of that particular state, and the two-third members of the Rajya Sabha passes them, then two or more states request the center to pass the law for them. If any certain law is important for any particular state or more than one state, then they can request the central government to pass pass law for them for particular thing. A state of national emergency is proclaimed by president. Now president has the power to declare emergency, under which all the laws, all the rules of all the states come directly under president. Now when does the emergency take place? It's mainly occur during the time of war. Okay. Now the next topic is how a bill becomes a law. Now acts before they are passed by the parliament are called bills. Bills are of two types, money bills and ordinary bills. Both the bills have to pass through various stages before they are finally passed. See, we had revised money bills and ordinary bills in detail yesterday. Okay, so now before being passed in any of the houses or both the houses, they have to be passed through certain stages. Now, what are those stages? Introduction, debated clause, the bill is either passed or rejected as a whole. So these are the three stages. Introduction, in the first stage, the bill is introduced. In the second, debated clause means that a discussion is being done on that particular bill, that is there any certain amendment to be made, or it is approved by everyone, or what will be its benefits or demerits. Okay, so all these are being debated. Then in the third stage, the bill is either passed, या तो वो पूरी तरीके से पास हो जाता है या फिर वो रिजेक्ट हो जाता है. Now, after this or after all these three stages, if it is passed by the one house, it is sent to the other house where the same procedure is adopted. If the bill is passed by the second house, अगर second house ने भी bill को pass कर दिया, then it is finally sent for the president's approval. And after the president's approval, that particular bill becomes a law. Okay. Next is how a new law on domestic violence was passed. Children, we know that what is a domestic violence. Okay, a violence which takes place against the women in their own house by their own family members. Now, an important function of parliament is to pass new laws, even on sensitive problems faced by the people. See, Parliament plays a very important role in passing new laws, and it passes the laws even on the very sensitive matters of day-to-day problems which are faced by the common people. For example, gender bias prevail against women's.
Gender bias, gender discrimination. Okay, now what are they? Preference to male child. Not much attention was paid towards female education. Even in present time, in certain areas, females are not allowed to get education. Then, not given property rights, many instances of domestic violence against women. So these are the problems which are faced by the women. Now, last but not the least, efforts made by women. Women-oriented movements all over the world drew attention towards unequal rights given to women. Now, when the women had moved out of their houses to bring the attention of the people, of the law, of the government on uh, on their position in the society, or on the issues or on the violences which they are facing. Okay, so the women oriented movement was started. Then these movements demanded equal social, political and economic rights for the women. So now the women started demanding the equal rights, like equal social status for them. They can equally take part in the politics, in the economic areas, in the economic fields. So they started demanding the rights for them. Then throughout 1990s, need for new law giving protection to girls was raised. So the women started raising their voice to give them a law which can protect them and the girls. Then in 1999, group of lawyers took the lead in drafting the Domestic Violence Prevention and Protection Bill. फिर कुछ certain lawyers का group था जिन्होंने इस चीज में वो आगे आए और उन्होंने एक बिल ड्राफ्ट किया, प्रिपेयर किया to present in front of the government. Then this bill was introduced in the parliament in 2005. See how much time it had taken to be introduced. Then after getting the approval from the president, the Domestic Violence Act came into effect in 2006. So after a very long fight, finally in 2006, there was a law against the domestic violence. I hope it is clear to you. If you find any problem, please do ask me. Okay, now it's time for your revision questions. Now for today, the revision questions are: define domestic violence and repressive. Question number 2, what do you understand by the term rule of law? Question number 3, how was the new law on domestic violence passed? In what different ways women's group helped India? Question number 4, why are laws so important in a democracy? Again, the answers are with you, given by Swati ma'am. Learn the answers and then write. And after completing your work, send it to me. Okay, children, that's all for today. Thank you.